should you be monitoring a patient and your patient goes into distress and you need to move from monitoring mode into defib mode, which is set up in AED mode, how to use the AED mode, and then from there you need to move into manual mode. And this process will show you exactly how that works. So currently we are monitoring a patient with a normal sinus rhythm, but something goes wrong with the patient and we don't know what's wrong with the patient. You have the function of an AED, which is here to help you, if there's no clinician around, to help you navigate whether that's a shockable rhythm or not. So from here, what we can do is we'll turn the device into defib mode, as you can see at the bottom, and automatically it tells you to stand clear. It's now analyzing, and should there be a shockable rhythm, there's a shockable rhythm. It's now charging. We deliver shock.
Perform CPR.
And we now continue with our CPR. As you can see, we've done one shock. Because we're in adult mode, our first shock was done at 120. Our next shock that needs to be delivered will be 150 joules. We continue with our monitoring our rate, make sure that we are between 100 and 120, and my depth should be telling me to push harder because my depth is not good enough.
Good compression.
Now that I've got good compressions, it tells me I've got good compressions. We continue this cycle for 2 minutes. It will then tell us to stand clear as it analyzes again. And then if there's a shockable rhythm, it will tell us to shock again. You can also see on the side of your screen how long the device has been on for. So you don't have to calculate from your times as to whether you need to, how long you've been going. It's telling you how long you've been going for already. And I should be listening to my metronome to keep my depth right. And my rate. It tells me to stop CPR.
Stand clear.
Analyze. We'll be shocking at 150 joules.
Shock advised. Press shock.
Shock delivered. So we've had 2 shocks done. Continue with our CPR. But now your clinician comes in and sees that our next shock is at 200, but the clinician wants to shock at 150 joules. But we can't because we are in AED mode. We cannot change that. So we need to select defib mode or manual defib, which is at the top of your screen, which is the soft key. We push that.
Good compression.
We click yes, and we're now in manual mode. As you can see, we're in manual mode. We can now deselect down to 150 joules. We can charge. And we've shocked. If for some reason we push shock by mistake, we can always drop the charge by deselecting, or after 45 seconds, it'll dump the charge by itself. And that is moving from monitoring mode into AED mode, and then from there into manual mode,